Alright, so in this video we're going to be discussing simple menus. You can use them in the app bar, toolbar, other places on your page. They're pretty versatile. So let's go ahead and start making them. Before we go, clearly see I have the imports above. If you're following along, typing along, don't forget those. You'll probably need them. So let's come down in here and let's see here. Let's actually just go ahead and make our menu here first. And let's come on down here. And what do we do here? Let's go ahead and let's give it an ID. Lame menu, because this will be pretty boring. Got to keep it real, right? And so then up here, what we're going to have is an anchor element. And this is actually pretty important. You're not going to be able to really run this without an anchor element. And this is because this is going to attach to something else. I'll show you what that means in just a second, but in order for this menu to appear or really do anything, it needs to essentially latch onto the thing that is opening it. So that's kind of an important idea that we need to keep in mind as we go through here. Keep mounted, and let's do on open. Oh, wrong zone. There we go, there's that. And I'm not trying to hide anything. This is pretty much straight out of the documentation. All right, so let's go ahead and close this tag off here. As you can see, it's upset with us over a few things, but that's no problem. We'll come back and we'll fix it. So then let's make a menu item. And for each of these, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to close once something is clicked. Now, you're going to want to do something like this for everything that you have, every menu item that comes down, you're going to want to close it. But you may want to use a different kind of function that also, at the very end, triggers the on-close. Maybe you're trying to track something, get them to navigate somewhere, click to do something, right? So in this case, we're just opening and closing it, but you're going to want to embed the handle close as you make something a bit more complex. So let's see here. Some shameless plugging here. We're doing some subscribe, like, comment here. And so even if we save this, which we have not yet here because we see that nice little dot, this is going to fall apart because we don't have all the parts that we need so far. So let's actually come up here and let's make some state. And so we're actually going to first start by making the anchor element. All right, so then let's come down here and let's write out our functions here. So we need to do our handle close right here, so let's do that. Handle close. And this is pretty easy, we're setting it back to null. So essentially what's going to be happening here is that whenever, and I know I'm talking about something that's invisible right now, whenever one of these is clicked, it's going to set the thing that it's anchoring to as null. So it'll have nowhere to attach to. That, like I said, that's an important thing to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and save this. As we can see, you have no menu, right? Because even though it's null right now, right? What can I give it in here? I mean, I could probably feed it a bunch of junk or BS, but it'll most likely throw me an error. So what I'm going to need to do is make something for it to latch onto. And we're going to do that right here. I'm going to pop down here. Organize this hopefully a little bit. And let's do an on click here. And let's just call this open menu. And let's set this to the, set anchor. There we go. My bad. We'll send in that event, but current target. And that current target is the thing that is like itself. It's sending itself up as a candidate here. So let's go ahead and click save here. Now we have this, but let's add a variant on here. Which one should we go with today? Let's do contained. It'll be gray. It's not that sexy, but whatever. And I'm going to scroll down here now because I assume we at least have the imports for this far. So we could just look at the code. I'll drag this down because the server is up. So this is essentially what's going on here. We're going to click. And we see that this is now anchoring on to this button here. If it didn't send itself in, it would still have nowhere to go. And we have subscribe, like, comment. I suggest y'all do the same. I put a lot of hard work into this after my full-time job. And we see that is a very, very simple menu. You could add more stuff onto there. You could add in icons. There's a lot of other configurations you could do, but this is a simple one to get you going. And have a good one. Yeah.